Welcome back. Communication and trust starts with cultural understanding. And in such a multicultural environment like the UAE, what sort of misconceptions about the country still remain? And how are these issues being addressed? Well, to discuss this now, we're joined by Nasif, General Manager at the Sheikh Mohammed Centre for Cultural Understanding. Welcome to the show today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So tell us about the Sheikh Mohammed Centre of Cultural Understanding and some of the projects and initiatives you have underway.
Well, we have many projects, one of which is the biggest project we have, which is the Jumeirah Mosque visitation, which many people come to visit it. Whether you are a school, you can bring your students, whether you are a college, whether you are a corporation, everybody is welcome there. Public is welcome there 4 days a week from 10 to 11. It's a 1-hour program. On the other hand, at the center in Bastakia, the old Bastakia area, we have the lunch and the breakfast, which hopefully you will come and try. That's local food. Throughout the program, we discuss, we chat about anything that comes to mind, anything you have read. We have Bastakia walking tour, which is one of the oldest neighborhoods in the Dubai.
Beautiful there,
beautiful,
really beautiful.
Absolutely, yes. Especially when the weather is nice. We have the heritage tour, which is really the Bastakia plus the mosque, which is right by the ruler's court. We have programs such as like culture presentation, where we go to the company and actually do enhance their information and their knowledge of the UAE people and their religion and their culture. It's many programs really, and it caters to every variety and everybody in the society.
It's brilliant. It really is creating that awareness. So, I mean, how important is a centre like this in order to bridge the gap between sort of expats and UAE locals?
I think it's very important. It was important when we got established, which is about 1995, by the idea of our founder, Abdullah bin Isa al-Sirkal. And as it was manifested with the Sheikh Mohammed to become a centre, it's really one of a kind. I mean, if you look around UAE and if you look all over the world, there are not centers that really bring people together. And really what we do, especially in today's time, we really do need what we do, and which is people from all over the world come to Dubai and they are trying to live, be neighborly, work together in the same company, live in the same building, and they have questions about each other. And on top of it, they have the most questions about the people of this country, their culture, their religion, their mosques. Aside from the negative media that is all over the place, today we have positive media, that's very good. Yeah. But that's really what it is. It's, the questions are there and who's to answer them.
So in terms of the main sort of misconceptions that expats have when coming here, I mean, what are the most common misconceptions?
Well, the most common, number one, most asked question is, why do you make your wives wear black?
Really?
Yeah, I tell them we have a very good reason why. It's not like we make them wear black. Nobody makes their women wear whatever. I mean, fashion is a way of life for women. But that's a very curious question, the question of why does the woman, let's say, walk behind the man? So that when it comes to women and women's rights, when it comes to the fact that you eat with your right hand, is it okay if I drink or eat with my left hand? Then it comes to the fact of how do I sit, how do I walk, how do I talk? Is more misconception and more intensity put in the area rather than the way it is. You should be able to come and learn and understand that to be relaxed and
of course.
It's cool.
So when people ask you those questions, how do you respond?
Yeah, I tell you what, we have fun with it. Let's say like the question, you know, if I ever get asked the question, why do you make your wives? I say make, underline that. Yeah. And then wives with an S, I only have one wife just for the record. On the other hand, our women, honestly, they are very tough.
They rule the roost, do they?
Yeah, so they treat us very tight and very harsh at home. So we roast them outside, that's all, you know. So in a joke, we joke about it. It's not really that we put them in black so they can roast in the heat and then sweat it out. You know, that has nothing to do with what... The black is actually a fashion, that it's modest and practical. It does not reveal what's underneath it, and it's very comfortable and very flowing, you know. So you have to try it to believe it.
Because as we were saying earlier, it's nice that you still have your traditional dress as well.
That's true too. The fact of the matter is the way we wear our kandoras, our you know, ghutra, the igal. It's really a principle of how mankind used to dress like this from old times. Yeah. If you look at the biblical pictures or movies or old Roman Empire, nobody used to dress in jeans and golf shirts.
Exactly.
The same thing for the ladies. I mean, until now, monks, tabbats, you know, Hasidic Jews, you go to the Vatican, they all dressed like this with long, we call them dresses. But they're not dresses. They're just like a way of dressing up for the practicality of the environment, plus modesty too.
Definitely. So on the flip side, what are the misconceptions that the Emiratis, let's say, have on expats as well?
Well, you know, the same thing. Emiratis, before, if you have been traveled or if you've been out and about, then you get to know and learn about it. Same thing when people have come here for the first time, they've been to an Arab or a Muslim country particularly. But what you see in TV that they are violent, you know, because there is always killing, there is always alcohol, there is always mischief. So you feel like trusting Westerners might be very difficult.
It's damaged, really, because of that.
Because that's what Hollywood portrays. The Hollywood has never said, you know, rarely you ever see a good movie about good principles of humanity. So therefore, that's what they get to know. And unfortunately, like I say, why am I not allowed to take a picture of a woman? I say, well, because some women get to be told by other women don't, because then they'll put your head on somebody else's body and then it might become...
and they manipulate, basically.
And then that's a blackmailing principle. But that's not truly the case when a tourist would want to take a picture of a lady in the abaya because she looks beautiful, or with a man where he looks wonderful in the kandora, white or whatever.
It's actually a beautiful picture. And you keep it like that.
Or they are so crazy to take back home and say, look, I was with these people, they actually didn't harm me.
Exactly. Also, I mean, what should expats do in order to further educate themselves when coming to the UAE, do you think?
Honestly, you know, let's say, Laura, if I say, are you going to Japan tomorrow? What are you going to start panicking and, oh my God, I don't know how to eat with the chopsticks or, you know, rice with the sticks. You know, this is, you know, you don't have to learn before you come here as much as it is that you are willing to respect, tolerate, and understand. I mean, you arrive here, you'll find us that we speak English just like you do. You'll find us that we are family people, that you'll find us that we have kids and they play at the park and they play at the Discovery Zone or wherever you go in the mall. All you have to do is just come here with an open mind, and this is the emphasis in our center. If you go to our website, www.cultures.ae, the concept is open doors, open mind. We open our doors of our home, we open the doors of the mosque, we open our doors. We just ask of you to open your mind. We promise an open mind. So therefore, anybody who wants to come to Dubai, please do come. Do not hesitate a bit. It's a great place to be.
Yeah, an incredible place to be.
It is. I mean, look at everybody who's here. Everybody loves it, you know.
Yeah, and it's a place that actually works. You get all these nationalities and cultures all in one place, and it actually works, you know.
Tell me about it. I mean, to many countries where, you know, when you go in a certain sector of a New York or a London or
and it's
Paris.
all gangs and it's all, you know.
Well, it's also a certain population or a certain, you know, religion, let's say. Here, everybody's together. You go to the mall, from the abaya with only the eyes, the Batwoman, you know, we call, you know, sometimes, you know, nicely, jokingly about it, all the way to the any dress that you have from wherever you come from. So all goes. Everybody is here, welcome to interact. And that's what you need to capitalize on. Otherwise, you're really losing out in being in Dubai. From your kids, if you have kids, all the way to you as an individual.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much. That's all we've got
You're
time for.
You're quite welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And up next, we get a roundup of the London Harlequins versus London Wasps at Abu Dhabi Emirates Palace.